week I had the opportunity to sit down with my local radio representative in San Diego, and I am so excited. I point that way because we are north of San Diego in Fallbrook, and we are getting ready to go into a new radio campaign, so we are just super excited about that. And while we were sitting there, she gave me a little gift. Let's see if you can see this. It's not okay. And so I said, Barney, what's not okay? And she said, it's not okay that over 2.2 million children are being sold into the sex trade today. That kind of slavery is not okay. And we have another kind of slavery in America that's not okay as well. You and I both already know that over 2 out of 3 Americans are overweight and obese. And that costs Americans over $147 billion, and that's huge, in healthcare costs just for the obesity health issues that are presented to them. It's not okay. And the beautiful thing is, today we have the tools and ability to help these people. We can do something about it. And so over the next 12 minutes, that's what we're going to talk about. But before I do, I want to tell you one little story. Back in 1982, my mother flew me to Oregon, Sunnyside, Oregon, because she wanted me to meet this man that changed her life. You see, in her 50s, after living a life of obesity and trying all of the different diet fads that were out there, my mother began getting adjusted by a chiropractor, Dr. Browse, in Sunnyville, Oregon. And every single week, she would go in and she would be adjusted, a non-sexual touch by a wonderful man who cared about her. He cared about her balance. He cared about the nutrients that went in her body. You see, because she had tested her completely and showed her where her nutritional deficiencies. And over a period of a year, my mother lost 100 pounds. And that's phenomenal, especially in your 50s. And one day, her husband decided she no longer needed to spend all that money. She no longer needed all that support with those extra nutrients, and she no longer needed those adjustments. And so things changed for my mother, and I'll talk about that a little bit more. Okay, here's the close. So we talked about what Dr. Brose did with my mom. I showed you all of the testing that he put her through. We showed you the perfect day of the food plan. We talked about faith-based and education-based nutrition, not fear-based health, like what's going on with giving the responsibility to somebody else to try to fix all the nutrients inside of your body. How can they do that? Come on! Kind of a joke. But that's what's being talked about today and being taught today. It's not okay for people to go to their doctors and be threatened with fear-based threats that if they don't take this drug and they don't have this surgery, they are going to die. And you and I both know that the power that created the body heals the body, and that all we have to do is provide the right environment. Free up the nervous system, get adjusted, put in the nutrients in the order where the body can do what it was built to do, and that is thrive in that perfect homeostasis. Our bodies want to thrive. So I want to show you where we begin with our first step at Straight Nutrition. Get your calendars out right now. Open up your cell phone and write in your calendar, I'm going to straightnutrition.com if you can't get online. Otherwise, go online right now, straightnutrition.com, pull down the tools. You'll see products, services, tools, and there we have the symptom survey. You see it, Straight Nutrition, everything starts with the symptom survey. Whether we're going to sit down and plan the perfect meal plan to just spread out the food amongst the different food categories so that you understand how to start putting the food in right, or whether we're going to send you out for testing, it all starts with the symptom survey. When we get that, we're going to call you or email you. We'll set up our first appointment. We'll talk about what we see and what type of recommendations we make for you. And we're going to give you the power to turn the vitality back on in your life. because it's not okay to be enslaved, whether it's because you're enslaved in your body or you're enslaved in some other kind of slavery. We want to empower you.